All right, let me just test the volume really quick. I hope there's... Okay, good. Quite a bit of lag, but it's okay. Let me see. Let me grab the chat screen here so I can see if anybody joins us. Welcome to the stream. Good morning. Good Saturday morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Today we're going to be building this 3Racing Cero M225 Mini. I have been a 3Racing fan for a very long time. I can't remember, probably 2019, maybe 2020. I've always liked the value of 3Racing. They are affordable yet sophisticated RC touring cars. I even built their crawler once. Once upon a time they had like a 12 scale buggy as well. All very interesting. And as far as the Cero line is concerned, I did build the Cero Sport, I believe, when it first came out. So this chassis, I don't remember much about it, but I have built something similar, so I'm not anticipating too big of a challenge, but you never know. It's Saturday morning. It's 8 in the morning right now. Hopefully I can get through the entire kit in one sitting. If not, you know, we can have another stream tomorrow afternoon. We've done that before. Then we did that with the last stream with the M07R. All right, so let's see where we are. I'll just wait a little bit. Let a few more people hopefully come in. I will just start cutting out the bags and kind of organizing everything. There is a few things I forgot to take out, and the parts tray being one of them. All right. I kind of need this tray, but I don't have two of them. Alright, so this kit comes with, I believe it comes with 2 spur gears, and this one is 64 pitch, 88 tooth. So we'll just end up using that. So a couple things. This kit does not come with a pinion gear. Does not come with a 40mm fan. It has no electronics, obviously, and it doesn't have wheels and tires. So something to note if you're interested in this kit. There's a few things you do need to buy. I am substituting the electronics today for a brush setup. Of course, this kit will need to use a... doesn't have to be brushless, but it does need to use a shorty pack battery. So, you know, of course you can cut the leads off of a brushed ESC, but traditionally, you know, shorty type batteries are for brushless setups and with soldered pins, things like that. Okay, so just go ahead and jump in now, and hopefully we get through this. Okay, sorry, I had to drink some water there. This kit comes with a lot of stuff in the box, though. So we have ceramic grease here, we have thread lock, we have diff oil, so we'll need this. Right now it comes with a turnbuckle wrench. These are for the bulkheads, and there's the other spur gear, and this one, if I can see it, is 48 pitch 66 tooth. So you have a choice. I am going with what came out of the first bag. This is kind of the option. So I don't think I'll need the wrench. Set that aside. I don't need the thread lock yet. Ceramic grease. Okay, there's a lot of stuff. Damper oil. And here is that rod end wrench that people usually ask me about where I got it, and this is where I got it. So it is very useful to build rod ends. So if nothing else, buy a 3Racing kit just for this. There's double-sided tape. That's 3M. Pretty nice. Box wrench and some body clips. So set that aside for now. Come on in and join us. Thank you for watching. Interesting that it is using ceramic grease. Wondering if I should. I usually use silicone. I think I'll just stick with silicone. I don't think I need to go crazy trying to dig out the ceramic grease right at this minute. I've built a lot of race cars with synthetic grease. I don't think it will be an issue. So this is CV joint oil. I'm not looking for that right now. Bearing oil, I'll need this. I'm looking for the O-ring grease, so that's that. Ball diff, we don't need. Anti-wear. Okay, so we don't need that because I have the anti-wear in this syringe. All right, let's see. So we need the outer joint. Set this aside. I'm going to start right there. The outer joint, and then this bevel gear. Interesting that this is called a bevel gear. And then we need a O-ring that I did not see. Oh, here it is. I believe it's going to be these clear ones. So with O-rings, what I like to do is to dip them in this. Just notice I didn't prep any paper towels. I might need to go grab that. Okay. Then we need to shim here. Shippy this. Good morning, everybody who is watching. Oop, this is not the right shim. It's going to be this big one right here. I need to pay attention. It's going to be... Alright, let's see what we can do. Starting early. There we go. So the O-ring's in there. Now I'm going to put the shim. And then there's a hole right there. Oh no, we can see. Hard to see. And we're going to thread this pin, this one, into there. This side is going to be easy. So I don't think I'll need tweezers for this. I'm able to get this in there by hand. Like that. See, this is bevel gear to me. I think this is more like the outer shell. I think they labeled that wrong. I do need... Let's see, what should I use? Let's use this for today. Instead of the armorer's block. And then let's put on this 18-tooth bevel gear. I'm going to guess it's going to be this one right here. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Actually, what time is it where you are and where you're watching from? I'm always curious. I have a couple regulars. I'm not sure if you're here. So we're just going to set that in like that. So that's going to go in there and just turn it. There we go. It should look like that. Alright, if nothing happens for a few seconds, either I'm drinking a glass of water or I'm coughing, one or the other. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this side. So you're going to be the same thing. Here's the other side. This is the differential housing. See, that should be part of the housing. So I think it's labeled wrong. Minor details. So again, we're going to put the outer joint through here. So you can already see why this is going to be trickier. First we need to put the O-ring. Almost forgot the O-ring. It's going to be right there. And okay. And then we'll grab that. Put that shim in there. So this used to really drive me crazy how difficult this is when I start building kits. Now I have some experience and some extra tools. First being something that magnifies what I'm looking at, and it also puts out some light in front of me. Whoops. So let's grab this pin and rotate this hole. So I'm going to try to line it up this way. And then drop that pin in there. Let's see if that fits. Oop. Okay, if it doesn't fit, it should fit. There we go. If it doesn't fit, you have to tilt it a little bit. Okay. So I tilted it in there. And then I'm just going to thread that through. This is actually quite easy compared to the ones I have dealt with before. But again, I have the magnifier and I have light, so it really makes it easy. You can see the pin and the hole clearly, and you need tweezers. So the other half I did it by hand because it's just right in the open. But this one I used the tweezers. So let me set this aside. I think I can close this for now. Okay, so here's the other half, and now we need to fill this up. So if you had researched this kit, look at other people's setup sheet, and you kind of evaluate your own track conditions, what kind of setup you're looking for. You may not be using this 350 weight oil. You may have your own oils that you want to use. I have some Tamiya damper oils from soft all the way to hard. I just got those. If I wanted to, I would do a different setup right out of the bat, but it doesn't matter. We're just building the kit. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to drop the other bevel gear in there. There we go. Like that. Now we're going to fill it up. Fill it up to the top of the bevel gear we just dropped in there. This should be, yeah, it's pretty. This is not very viscous. Should go in pretty easily. I am using the right one, right? Silicone oil? Yeah, okay. Wait. 3,000. Uh-oh. This is the damper oil. Oh no. Error. Was not paying attention enough. I was wondering why it was so thin. When I built the M07R with the oil diff, I was like, I had a mental note that why is this oil so thick? I hadn't used 3,000 weight oil in a while, and I had a really, I wouldn't say a difficult time. This took a while for me to fill up the diff, so I was just wondering why that was so easy just now. Okay, so unforced error, made a mistake. Here we go. It's okay if it's just a little bit of a mix. It's fine. So make sure you use the 3,000 Not like me. Even this is not that thick. Alright. Diff oil should be thicker. I don't want to say it's always like super thick, but it should be thicker than damper oil, which is interesting. I do have other damper oil, diff oils, but I have more damper oils than diff oils. But let's see. So we need that. We need the these are called planetary gears, I think. Need 4 of those. I realize 3Racing kits are not as popular as Tamiya kits. But I had this kit. I really like 3Racing, as I mentioned. I think they're great value. If you were looking into getting into on-road racing, if you're racing against, if you don't have to use a Tamiya, I think 3Racing is a good option. They're definitely more affordable than Tamiya's. And you can argue they're better cars. This is a belt-driven all-wheel drive chassis. I can't remember if there is a M-Chassis that's four-wheel drive. Tamiya makes an M-Chassis that's four-wheel drive. I can't remember. I don't think so. But you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Whoops. Okay. Gonna need a washer behind that. A shim. Let me get all these out of there. Okay, so all 4 of those shims are there. And we're just going to drop this in. And then we're going to fill up the diff, pretty much covering the planetary gears. Actually, I'd say 3/4. So just add a little bit. All right. So I believe this kit goes for, I want to say 140. I don't think you can find a four-wheel drive belt-driven M-Chassis anywhere else. If I'm wrong, let me know. But 3Racing's always been a good value. It's always been a good kit to me. It's always been competitive on the track. It's funny how this is... It's not as big. Okay, let's see if we can do this. So that index, the little point there, is going to go into there. And I also have to try to keep this bevel gear from falling out. So let's see if I can do this. There we go. Something's not sitting right. Okay, there we go. Just a quick turn of this, and that kind of fell into place. And you can see the gasket holes are lined up as well. So there we go. 4 screws, and the 4th screw should be right here. So that's a good thing about, that's one of the good things about the way 3Racing sets are put together. Everything's in bags. So if I'm working on this step, all the parts are going to be in this bag. To me, there's something similar, you know, with the A parts bag, B parts bag, but sometimes their parts, like the screws and everything, can span quite a few steps, and you can't, it's easy to mix them up if you're not careful. So I would not characterize this kit as easy to build. I wouldn't say it's easier to build than the Tamiya kit either. It's just the way things are organized a little bit differently. I wouldn't recommend this as your first RC car kit. This is, I mean, just the diff itself that I just built. I think that's more of a intermediate level skill set. Like the TTO2, for example, doesn't have oil in the diff. But that might be a little bit easier to build. Alright, so got that there. Let's tighten these up. Crisscross. Okay, I think we're done. And all we have to do now is to put 2 bearings . There we go. When you're done, it should look something like that. Very cool. That wasn't too hard. Let's set that aside. Let's see what's next. So this is the center gear adapter. So we're going to be... yeah, so do we need to make 2 of these or just 1? Oh, this is the center. Okay, so let's see. We're going to start right here. 38 tooth pulley cover and the 38 tooth pulley. Okay, so I'm not looking at too many more parts, so this should be it. And then also this, that should come together like that, with the holes lined up. Lined up like that. You can probably see that, right? Okay. And then this front solid axle. Okay, and let's see if there's different sides. So this side is probably going to go into this gear. I don't think this side will go in. So let's line these up as well. Screw holes there. Okay. And then need 3 screws. And should be these right here. Is that lining up? There we go. I can probably set this down. All right. Oops. I don't know if we can get through the entire kit today. We'll see. There's 8 bags, and we're doing okay getting through the first bag, but we never know. Like I said, if we don't finish today, we'll just do another stream tomorrow afternoon, and we'll finish it up. So far, I think 6 or 7 hours is the longest a kit build has taken us. Usually kits take around 4 hours. If it's 6 hours, we usually split into 2 days. So we'll see what happens, see how far we get. And see by bag 4 how much time has gone by. If 3 hours had gone by after bag 4, then we might need to continue tomorrow. So again, here we go. Easy. All right, so what I'm not seeing, oh, here. The middle ones are plastic. Okay, good. I was looking for more of these and I couldn't see it. Okay. Okay, so one on this side, one on this side. Okay, a screw goes all the way down into there to lock everything together. All right, let's see. I'll finish that by hand. That was really tough on the motor there. Okay, there we go. I believe it went all the way through. And then we'll have a bearing on each side of this. Doesn't go through. Hello? What is going on? Okay, this diagram is wrong. The bearing should be right there, so this bearing should be in front of that, but that's okay. It's not hard to fix. If you didn't have a electric screwdriver, that could be a bummer. Yeah, sometimes the manuals are wrong. It happens. There we go. Okay. There's that. Okay. Set that aside. And now let's work on the spur gear adapter. And we're going to need this piece. And this pulley. And there are little points there. And let's make sure that doesn't interfere with the belt. All right. And then there is a flanged bearing on this side. A brass spacer inside, I believe. Yep. Let's make sure that sits down. Okay. Like that. And then the final bearing goes in there. All right. And now the spur gear. So let me just make sure. It's going to go like that. I was going to go with another brand spur and pinion gear. I was going to get an Axon, I believe is the name. A different pinion and a different spur. I looked at the back of this manual, and the default setup with this spur gear is with a 44 tooth pinion, but my local hobby shop didn't have 44 tooth, so I believe I bought 43 instead, but they did have 88 spur and 44 pinion with the Axon brand. I was just gonna buy both, but you know, let's just get what we have and use them out of the box, see what we can do with it. There's always time for setup changes later. So I believe we're done with bag 1. That's awesome. That was not difficult. Okay, let's start with bag 2. I'm going to put these aside. I don't think we're going to need these for now. So let me set that over here. Okay. Drink a sip of my water. I wasn't even watching myself live. It was paused this whole time. There. In that monitor. This is the streaming monitor, streaming computer. That one I kind of just watch it and test the volume, the sound, and everything, make sure everything's okay. And that was on pause this whole time. Okay. So far only one unforced error. One error that was caused by the manual, so not bad. Don't worry, everybody makes mistakes. I think there's a life lesson here somewhere. Now, don't be afraid to make mistakes. It happens. You know, I recovered from both mistakes quite easily, right? It wasn't like life-threatening or there's no risk of ending the stream because of it. Put in the wrong damper oil, take it out. Take it out and put in the correct oil. Let's see if these are any different. So this says front. I think that says 19, but that is the front. This is the rear left. You see that? So this is going to be the front right. This is going to be the front left. So this is going to be the rear. And right now we're working on the front suspension arms. So let me set those aside. They're usually going to be mirrored. So I will have them like this. And let's build this one first. So what is catching my eye is slipping one of these. Are these the same? 4.8. These two are the same. This is a different one. I believe that is this one right here. So two of these. So they're going to come from the bottom. So these cups are going to go into here. Like that. Okay. And there's going to be a ring. Going to be one of these rings. That locks into these. Like that. See if I can show you. Of course not. There we go. And then, let's see. There's quite a few things going on here. Let's do the same kind of stuff. Let's grab this and another ring. So this one's going to come from the top down, like that. And then we're going to capture it from the bottom. Very easy. Okay, let's start putting in some of these. Let's do that set screw. So that's going to be here. Pretty sure it's going to be this. This is likely going to be the droop screw. So that is going to go to this hole, I believe. How far, though, I don't know. Let's see. 1.5 millimeters sticking out. Okay. All right. We'll just eyeball that for now. And then we need these ball studs. And they should all be the same. So let's use this. And that ball stud's going to go into this hole. Okay, and then the other ball stud is going to go here. And I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is going to be for the sway bars, stabilizer bars, whatever you want to call them. All right. So grab another ball stud. Obviously, this is wrong, right? You're not going to do this on the outside. It's going to go on the inside. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Let's see. We'll take some chances. I'll snap that on after we put the ball stud into place. Hopefully we can. It is quite difficult. Okay, so this should go in there. I know I don't have the hand strength for this. Let me grab a tool. I am getting old. Things like this a little bit difficult for me. So let's make sure we do this on the correct side, though. It should be correct this way. So let's see if we can do this. If this is worth the trouble. Or I should just snap it on before I spin it in. Let's see. I feel like I should have snapped it on before. We'll see. Yeah, I think we should snap it on before. So let's try that. You just lose your strength when you get older. But you're wiser, so it's a trade-off. So it should go like that. Let's try again. So there we go. Just don't give up. So it should look like that. I think we got everything, right? We got this. We got those two from the bottom. We got this ball stud with this loop. And we got this ball stud. And we got the droop screw right here. So there's that. So for this one, we're going to hold it differently, of course. We're going to do everything opposite. So this being the correct side. So this one's going to go from the top. Actually, let's do the same steps. So let's do here. I'm going to mirror everything. So those are going to come from the bottom. And we need 3 of these rings. Oh, and one of these. All right. Very easy to do now. Okay, and this one's going to come from the top. Like that. Okay. So let's put that ball stud on. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see that. Chat. Hi, Billy Bob. 3Racing carbon drive shaft on my TTO2. Oh, that's great. Carbon fiber shaft. I don't think I've seen that before. I'll look it up a little bit during a break. That's interesting. I don't think I've seen that hop up before. Usually it's the aluminum one from Tamiya, either Tamiya or Ya Racing. I didn't know 3Racing makes a carbon fiber propeller shaft. Hello, Billy Bob. Hey, welcome to the stream. Thanks for sharing that with us. Yeah, I didn't know. It's a cool part. Okay, we'll look that up. I haven't seen that before. I'm pretty sure my local hobby shop doesn't have it. That's why I haven't seen it, because their website, I go through their website religiously. They are, so I have quite a few. I'm lucky. I live in an area where there are quite a few hobby shops, and they each have their own kind of distinct kind of niche or specialties, and where I buy some things and where I buy other things. Which one has better prices on certain things. So I go to different stores depending on what I need. Oh, this is too small. So The website that I kind of look through religiously is TQ Racing. They're not far from where I am. You know, I usually do pickup orders and just drive down there and pick stuff up. I order online. I like ordering online and then picking them up because there's a record of it. So if I'm curious when I bought something or if I bought something, I can look it up. Whereas if I go buy it in the store and just ask them for it, there's no record that I can see at least other than the receipt. And then I can't remember if I bought this part or that part. Okay, so there's that. I feel like I'm forgetting something. So I got those three. I got the droop screw. I got this and I got this. So yeah, okay. I think we got it. So it's going to be like that. Let me quickly look at Billy Bob's little hop up here. 3Racing TTO2 propeller shaft. Carbon, you said. Okay. Oh, graphite main shaft is lightweight. Okay. So there it is. TTO2. Where is it though? Ah, is it this? TTO2 TTO2 graphite main shaft. Interesting, and it comes with both ends. I don't know what I'm looking at. Okay. Very cool. Okay. So it comes with the propeller joints and the shaft. That's really cool. You see that? That's really cool. Yeah, I've never seen that before. Awesome. Okay. Let's do the rear suspension arms. So again, let's try to figure out which side is up. So looks like it's going to be yeah, so it looks like this is going to be this piece. So let's do that. Same thing. These are going to come from the bottom. And then where are you watching from, Billy Bob, if you're still there? This one comes from the top. Uh-oh. That's not good. I kind of warped this a little bit. Let's see if I can fix that. There you go. Whew, almost broke that. That would have sucked. Okay. So we're like this, I believe. No? Yeah, we're like this. And then a ball stud right here. And then the same thing on the inside. Okay, there we go. And let's go ahead and do this droop screw. Or there we go. And it's going to go into, just make sure I get the right side up. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with this, holding this properly. Okay, so it's going to go from here. All right, let's do another quarter turn. Oh, that's too much. Okay, there we go. So this time, this one's going to be mirrored. So let's start over here. So these are going to come from the bottom. Oh, that's my phone. Put that on silent for now. Okay, let's throw that away. All right, and this one's going to come from the top. Okay, just make sure we are still mirroring. So this is going to go in here. All right. Snap these together. Okay, these are water pump pliers. At least that's what they were labeled as. It came in a set of 3. Here's the second one. The third one, I think, is a little bit larger version of this. I don't know. I'm not a plumber. I don't fix water pumps. But I saw them and I thought they would be perfect for building kits. And I was right. It was pretty affordable. I think it was like $20 for 3. Unfortunately, I think they're discontinued. Otherwise, I would leave a link because this is very, very useful for me. Somebody with hand problems. This one. I really need to get the collars for this, the color-coded collars, because this is just, it's hard to tell apart. Alright, so right after this screw, I'm just going to take a quick break. We're about an hour and 10 minutes into the stream, and we've gone through 1.5 bags, we'll just say. So I think we're making good progress. So there we go. Got all four arms there. So again, let me just take a quick break and then we'll continue here and see how far we get today, okay? All right, be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about the longer break. Let's see where we are. So let's work on the front. Try to figure out which side is the front. I think this is the front. So this side with the countersunk holes is going to be the bottom. So let's flip this over. And then this side is going to be the left. This is going to be the right. So let's find, that's rear. This is front left. It says right here. This is front right. Okay, is that correct? It looks correct. Looks like it's going to line up with these two holes and those two holes with ball studs. So let's do that. And we're supposed to put thread lock onto every screw here. Which makes sense. You don't want, these are the screws you don't want coming loose, of course. So let's go ahead and do that. Should be this one and this one. Let me, it should. No, it's actually this one. Looks like it's gonna be this one and way back here, this one. It's those four. Okay, so let's do this. Let's put the washer on as well. And, oh God, this is gonna drip everywhere. There's no good way to apply thread lock. I'm not a big thread lock fan just because it's messy, not because I don't think you need to use it. There are definitely places you need to use it, and this is definitely one of them. I just don't like how messy it is. I mean, it got some into here. I am not a thread lock fan. God, it's everywhere. Look at that. That's not coming off. I'll probably need to get something to clean that off later. Oh my God. Wow. Did I really put that much? Oh, it's just spreading everywhere now. Okay. I didn't know I spilled that much. Amazing. How much I dropped. Okay. Anyway. Let's try that again. We'll do it a little bit differently, I guess. Okay, let's just try it right here. Okay, that's a lot more civilized. Still a lot came out. Need the washer. If anybody have any suggestions about a neater way to apply thread lock, let me know. Because this stuff gets everywhere. All right. Let's do the other side. Let's do these two. Okay, let's see. Now that mess is made. Let's see how this goes. Front left. I'm imagining we're just going to snap these on. Here's the challenge again. Let's see if I can use these pliers. Wow. That didn't work well. Let's snap the ring out. That's not good. Let me see if I can just put my tire. Okay, that's easier. Okay. Oh, this is rear. Oh, I stood up and put my entire body weight onto this, so that was easier. That's probably the way to go. Okay, so let's put that aside and repeat for the rear. Okay, and the back is going to be, I think, these very forward holes. Okay. And I'm going to guess it's going to be this one. Yeah, I think it's going to be that one. Oh, wow, this is difficult to tell. This one, I think. Let's see. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. There is very little in this bottle, actually. I mean, it's not even. It goes up to like right there. It's not even that much. That is not metal. Okay. I think more thread lock ended up on the paper towel than it did make it onto the screws. That could be a skill issue. It's very possible that it's a skill issue. It's not like I've never used thread lock before. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with it. Anyway, I didn't see that. You need to test to see if these are still moving, and these should be like that and like that. So the label should be facing up. If you need. All right, let's do it. Same thing. I think we're done with this for now. Set that aside. Turn the page. All right, let's move on to bag 3. I think we're doing okay on time. We'll see. Sunday afternoons kind of more my normal streaming time. I just wanted to you know, since I have the whole weekend, start on Saturday just in case I'm not able to finish it. There's a very small ring there. Be careful not to cut it. I believe it's an O-ring. Alrighty. Let's see where we are. Let's start right here. Let's start with the fan. So I did not have a 40 millimeter fan. I suppose you can use a 30 millimeter. And I think that'll be more than adequate for the 21.5, I think. I think I'm going to put a 21.5 motor in this. I think that'll be more than adequate. Let's see. So where's the plug? Okay, so there's the wire. It's going to be pretty heavy, actually. I'm not sure if this is going to be a good idea. I guess I could have bought a plastic fan, but I figured the price wasn't that much different. Where's the fan mount? And I might as well get the best I can. Please tell me that I am just not seeing it. Oh, there it is. Okay. In the last stream, if you were there, you would know that I was just blind to, I kind of forgot what they were. But I was looking for something, a shaft that was black, and it turned out it was anodized blue, and I stood there looking for it. Fortunately, chat pointed out it was right there in front of me, and I found it. I thought Tamiya forgot a part. That's very rare. I've only think that I was missing a part once with the Tamiya kit. Let me make sure this is the correct screw. This is a very long screw. $16. Yep, this is the correct screw. So let's see, like this. This would probably be the least intrusive. We'll find out. Such an odd placement for such an odd way to mount a fan. I mean, this screw is gonna sticking through like crazy. I don't know why. Why does a screw need to be that long? It's gonna look terrible. Ouch. Okay, so I want it like this. So I pretty much want it like that. And that is going to go on to here. Which way? This hole? This is so confusing. It doesn't show you. Oh. Is it this hole right here? Well, let's do these ones, and then I guess we'll figure out whatever's left over. So this screw, 8mm. I don't think these these manuals are printed to scale, so we'll just double check. 8mm button head. It should be this one. So this one will go into this hole, and that doesn't go anywhere. And this hole will have a 10mm socket screw. Should be this, I believe. Yeah. And there's a spacer sleeve. Should be this. Probably going to be the belt guides. And then another one on the other side. Okay. So what's left? So it looks like something is going here. So I think the only hole left I'm just gonna guess it's gonna be this hole. So this is this. That's my bad. So this screw is gonna meet the fan. I thought the fan had its own screw coming down. This screw kind of messed me up. So that's my fault. So it should be like this. So it should be something like this. Yeah. It's going to blow down onto the motor. So it's going to go something like this. Okay. There we go. Let's make some space. Take a sip. Okay. So let's talk about belts. Okay. Before we do that, let's put on this spur gear, or yeah, that's this thing that we built earlier, I believe. This only goes one way. All right. Okay. And I have a screw. This is very confusing. 6mm screw. It should be this one. There's a shim behind it, so it should be this. Is it this shim? Yeah, the shim should be over here, so that looks correct. I don't know how this screw is going to hold down this assembly, though. Okay, I see. Okay, so what's going to happen is shim first here. Like that. And then this we can try to put in together. So like that. And one thing I've neglected to do so far, and it's something we can go back and correct, no worries. We've only had a couple bearings, is to put a little bit of bearing oil to make our bearings work a little bit better and to last a little bit longer. Okay, there we go. And then the screw that we were looking at. I'm missing something, but we'll find out. There's the O-ring that I almost cut up. And then this cap gear locker. Cero gear locker should be this piece. Oh, it's threaded. Okay. So that's how it's gonna hold the spur gear in place. I was trying to figure out how this spur gear was going to stay in place. Was this O-ring supposed to go before the screw? It doesn't really say that. Is there another O-ring? No, there isn't. So let's stretch this across. You know what? I think it's gonna work itself out. Yep. So this is threaded. So all we have to do is start this and interesting way to put this together. I don't know if this is the best way. I think it could be a lot easier. A lot more elegant. But it seems to work. Okay, so no wobble there. A little bit of wobble. So let me see. Yeah, I want to make sure there's no wobble at all. Oh, there's quite a few turns left that I didn't get to. All right, so that looks pretty good. Gosh, there's still Spur gear's hurting my fingers. Nope, it's not going to go any further. So there's that. That doesn't feel great. That feels pretty stiff. Feels like there's a lot of friction onto that. It's not like free spinning. I wonder if I over tighten this. Guess we'll find out. Okay. So belts. It's going to be this way. And the shorter of the two belts, this one is going to go here. Looks like it's going to be behind. Tell me the belts can go in after, please. I was not expecting this. Yes, it can. Whew. That was not difficult. I don't want to take this apart, so thank goodness that I can. How did I do it for this side? There we go. Okay. So it looks like the long belt's on the outside and the short belt's on the inside. So it should look like this. Should look like that. I don't know if you can see. It should look like that. And then we're going to drop this into the chassis. Like this. And the holes are going to be, it should be these three, 1, 2, and 3. It looks like. Okay, so the easiest one is going to be the one in the middle of these two holes. So let's do that. And out of the 4 holes, it's going to be this one, the second one, looks like. Yeah. Man, this is very confusing. This is unnecessarily difficult, is I guess what I could say. Take this away. Okay. And then the second screw is the one right behind it. And right in front of it. So should be this one. Didn't say anything about thread lock, but I think this would be a good candidate for a thread lock as well. Okay, so there we go. Should look something like that. Very cool. Haven't built a belt-driven car in a little bit. Let's see. What's next? The rear bulkhead. and the front bulkhead. Front and rear. Okay, so see what we're doing. So we need this piece right here, and then a ball stud. I think all of the ones that are left are the same. Okay, and then two in front here. Okay, there we go. Now, going to set these onto these two right here. Okay. So this is step 2. So let's do that first. So what's going to go in? Let's start from the bottom. So let's put this on. And then a bearing. Only bearing is going to be probably this one right here. That'll fit. Yep. It probably needs to fit from the bottom. So let's do that. So let me show that again. Oops. So I'm going to take this and push that through. And then we're going to this and push this in. Before we do that, let's put a little bit of bearing oil. Okay, and then from the top, it's going to be a brass spacer. Another bearing. That is going to be the same. Yeah, it's going to be the same bearing. So there's probably something stuck in this one. Yeah. Okay. Press that in there. All the way in. And then this black, it's a collar. And I can't see which way it goes. I think there's a shoulder there. Let me see. Is it perfect? Yeah, there is definitely a shoulder. And I believe it points downward. I don't know if you can see that or not. But there is definitely something there. And then it's going to be a flathead screw. 6mm should be this one. And let me just double check, because I want to make sure I am putting this correctly. Yeah, I think I'm in the right. I think I have the right side. Yeah. Yep. So if done correctly, this is what it should look like. Let me grease this bearing. I don't know what size that is. Let me see. It's 7. I believe it's 7. It doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure. It's the same size as the wheel nut. Alright, so let's do that again. Let's put in the bearing. Let's snap that bearing in here. Put a little bit of bearing oil. Let's put this post in. And then the brass spacer. Then the other bearing. And there's something in this bearing again. There you go. And this one. Okay. A little bit of bearing oil. This collar. Yep. And a flathead screw. And again, 7mm. Okay. Still has very fluid motion, so I think we did that correctly. And then let's move over here. So these two are going to sit like this. And then bearings are going to go here and here. Okay. And it's just going to sit right there with titanium low profile machine screws. Let's see if we can find those. I think it's going to be this one. Yeah. And there's a shim on top of it. Let me guess it's going to be this one. Where's the screw? Okay. And it's going to go onto this. The bearing's still there. Doesn't want to go in. Okay. So obviously make sure everything still has full range of motion when I'm done. And the shim. Okay, pretty good. Pretty cool assembly. Not difficult to do. Don't tighten the 2 screws shown in the picture. I don't know which screws they're talking about. Oh. I think they just said, they just mean don't over tighten them. I said don't tighten them. Can't be right. Okay. Let's see if these are all the same. They appear to be. Also appeared to be only 3 of them, but that can't be right. Oh, sure. Let's see if they're the same. No, they are not. There's definitely a left and a right, so you can see that, right? So these are a pair, and these are a pair. Basically, this little bump right there is going to be on the outside, I believe. We need to put a ball stud here. Which hole? Looks like it's going to be the center hole. It is definitely the center hole, but it doesn't want to go in. Took a little convincing, but there we go. Okay. Alrighty then. So these these are going to be the outside. It's going to be like this. Yeah. And this is going to be the ones in the rear bulkhead. So these ball studs going to face the chassis. So it should be like that. All right, let's put them on. Yeah, the further we go, the more apparent it is that this is not a beginner-friendly kit. And unless you're an engineer, then I think this is no big deal to you. You know how things go together. But if it's your first RC car kit, I would not recommend this. Because wait till we adjust the belts. That's going to be interesting. So there's one, and there should be this one. Like I said, I built the Cero Sport, so I know what's coming. I think it's not just this car. I think all belt-driven chassis use the same kind of belt tensioning kind of mechanism. And this one just happens to be kind of finicky. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, there we go. And let's do the front. Front's going to be about the same. And they're going to be turned this way. Make sure the bump here's on the outside. Okay, so those are done. And let's go ahead and mount this steering assembly, and that should go, I think it's going to be this hole. I think it's going to be these two holes right there. Yeah. Okay, so same thing. Normally, I would say you can build this kit without power tools, but just so far, based on what we've experienced so far, I still don't think it's going to be absolutely required, but it would definitely be a lot easier on you if you did have power tools. If you did have a electric screwdriver. And this is kind of tricky to hold on to. Will this work? No. I have needle nose pliers that will work if I can find them. Don't remember putting that all the way to the back, but that's where it was. Let's go by hand. Okay. And let's see if I picked the wrong hole. I might have picked the wrong hole. Yep, I picked the wrong hole from the bottom. That's my fault. Okay. And this one. See where I put that one and left the mark. Should be like that. It happens, it's okay. I think that's just going to be the servo mount anyway. Nothing too critical. see how we can do this. This could frustrate the heck out of somebody who's building kit for the first time. I don't see how it wouldn't. I think it would frustrate me if I was the first kit. This is the first kit I've ever built. I would give up. Like, this is so hard. Because you gotta hold, you know, quite a few things together in awkward positions. Hey, Eduardo, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining the stream and throwing up a chat. I appreciate it. Are you a 3Racing fan? Actually, let me take a picture of this real quick. It's pretty good looking. Chassis so far. Are you a 3Racing fan? So let's see, should we do the front or the rear? Let's do the rear first. So we're here. This is going to be the diff. Yeah. This is going to be the diff. And I believe it's going to be this side. Okay. And we're going to have these housings. That's what they're calling them. And these housings have a mark. And we have to kind of follow where the mark is. Over here, that's the setting for the tensioning. So this one, so after I slip this on, I'll show you. All right, so we're going to slip these on. Okay. And we're going to put the belt around it. Okay. And we're going to seat these down, but we have to try to get these marks facing 90 degrees to the bottom. So when you're setting this down, you kind of have to look. So this one is in the right spot. This one is close. Yeah, I think we got it. I don't know if you can see that. Let's try this way. Can you see the mark? Can you see the mark right there? So that needs to be pointed directly down. That's a default belt tensioning. So that's the rear one. We got that. Let's do the same for the front. Uh-oh. We need to figure out where this one came from. I think it's right here. It fell off. Oh, these keep falling off. Not a very good system. All right, let's see. I might have to take this bulkhead off to make it easier. Oops. I mean, if nothing else, just this. This might discourage somebody building a kit for the first time. They have to redo something because it fell off. See, can I yank these off? Da-da-da. Yes, I can. Okay. Let's hope that doesn't fall off again. I would hate to do that again. Let's try to take this one off. Okay. All right. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, let's put the bulkhead back on. I'm just going to be real gentle with it. I probably torqued it a little bit too much. Okay, and where's the other screw? There it is. There's always setbacks in kit building, just like in life. Sometimes you have to go backwards before you can move forward, but that's just the way things are. And I think once again, I'm going to have to go backwards, if I'm not mistaken. Because... Yep. Because this belt is supposed to go under this, so... Yeah. I'll just take a second. I'll loosen this side completely. I'm sure I did the same thing the first time I built the Cero Sport. I'm sure I did the same thing. So don't worry if you did. It happens. That's why I build it, so you don't, if you watch this, then you don't have to make the same mistakes I did. So appreciate you watching. Either live right now or later on in the VOD. I still appreciate it. So let's slip this through there. Now we're ready to go. Okay. We are ready, ready, ready. Doesn't help when your eyesight is also kind of getting worse. And can't seem to focus. On what I need to focus on. Okay. See, that fell out. It happens. Alright, let's see. Let's try that again. And this kit does come with, I think these are going to be a different angle, if I remember correctly. That's why there's a spare set. If I can find the other one. Here it is. So these are also pointed straight down. I popped another ring out. Where did this one come from? Gosh, the same ring keeps coming out. I don't want to take that apart again, so let's see if I can put this back on. I wonder why it's doing that, though. I mean, did I put it in wrong, or... I mean, I'm putting pressure on something that's causing that. Okay. I think I have this side. It's just a little bit off on this side. Let's see if I can snap this down. Okay, got that side. Let's do the same with this. Again, these marks are going to be 90 degrees to the chassis. Down. Okay. There we go. I think we got all 4 in the right spot. And this arm hasn't popped out again, so I think we're good. I think we're done with that step. And we can move on. What time is it? 10:30. I think that's perfect time for me to just take a quick break before we start here. Use the restroom. And I'll be right back, and then we'll start on bag 4. I am back. Okay, the sooner we can lock down these bulkheads, the better. So here we go. And let's grab these scissors. I'll be honest with you, I am not sure we're going to be able to finish this kit today. We're on step 4, and we're going to be heading towards 3 hours very soon. And we're just at step 4, so it's kind of perfect. We'll see. I just don't see myself streaming 6 hours today in one sitting. Let's see. These two should be exactly the same. Let's see. We'll do the best we can. I need 4 ball studs on there. Let's grab this. You always have to look through the bag carefully before you throw the bags away. Sometimes a little shim or a pin will get left behind. And then next thing you know, you're digging through the trash can. So I always look through very carefully. Okay, so here we are, 4 ball studs. Are these kind of extra long neck? Yeah, that'll see. Okay. Yeah, you definitely need a electric screwdriver for this. I mean, just imagine doing this 4 times by hand. I think that's asking too much. Okay, and then what is this? Front shock tower B. And so that's going to be these. Are they the same? The left and right looks the same from these two, so I will assume they are the same. I mean, the front and rear look the same. So how does this go? This is very. These aren't the right pieces, are they? Is there anything else? Because these don't look like what I'm holding. Oh, yes, it is. Okay, so this hole, this screw right here, for some reason this gets cut off. I don't know why. So this is going to be one of these socket heads. These short socket head screws going to go there like that. And that is going to go, this is the front, right? It's the front. And that's going to go here onto that hole right there. Let's use And I don't know why there's only one screw. It's kind of strange to me. And then a ball stud and this washer spacer. This is going to be non-magnetic again. So let's see what I can do. Can I pick it up with needle nose pliers? Yes, I can. Ah, got dislodged. Didn't want that to happen. To double check that later. I think it went back in the same. Okay. I have a feeling that this needs to go in before that. Which 4 holes is it? Are these the same? Are these two the same? They are the same. Yep, did I put these in the wrong? No, I didn't put them in the wrong hole. What is going on? Why is this not fitting? And why is it so close to the belt? Okay, I don't need to put this on later, after. I think this is fine. Button head, let me just put one screw on here to hold it down so I know I'm not going crazy. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this. And I'm pretty sure that there's going to be another screw here. They just haven't pointed out to put them on yet. So, because this is not going to be swinging back and forth. You don't have to do it after the bulkhead, but look, it's a little bit tight. It's a little bit tight. So if you want to, you could. Is this year going by really fast for anybody else? I mean, it's already April. I mean, it's next thing you know, it's Halloween. It just goes by so fast. And when Halloween comes around, the year's over because Thanksgiving and Christmas comes like at light speed after that. It's kind of weird. But that's how I think about it. Okay, let's do this again. First, you're watching the parade, celebrating New Year's. Blink of an eye, you're celebrating Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day. And the next thing you know, it's spring break. And next thing you know, it's summer. And then when summer comes, you know, this end of summer is coming up really fast as soon as summer starts. And after summer is Halloween, and then we know Halloween is the end of the year already. So I don't know, it's kind of strange for me that things move so quickly. Does this lock it? Did I miss something? How is this locked down? I'm wondering how this is locked down. Just from this? Does this move? It still moves. How is that locked down? Did I miss something? Because there's no way this moves. I'm missing something. How is this going to be secure? Let me just double check. Let me just double check. Did I miss anything here? No, you just set them down. Isn't that weird? Like, it just kind of sits there. Upper arm's not going to knock it down. The axles? Axle's not going to hold it down. That is so weird. Am I doing something wrong? Am I missing something? I don't know. I could be missing something. It is possible. Okay. But we'll figure it out. Okay, so looks like it's going to be the same thing. This one's going to be there. Socket hole, socket head screw. Right here. This is very small. There's one here. Either this kit is falling apart or I am falling apart. Let's see. That looks way too long. Oh, here's the other one. Okay. Yeah, it might be me. So this one is going to be the other piece. Try not to tilt the chassis. I don't want to snap that ring off the arm again. And I also don't want to lose position of the belt tensioners. Oh, there it goes. Almost. Okay. And also the ball studs, no spacer this time. Okay. Put this on. Okay. And it's just going to be 4 screws. 1, 2. Oh, I need to measure these. Yeah, it's going to be this size. 2, 3. That's too short. Yep. these covers don't really do anything. I mean, it doesn't prevent the wheel to move or anything. It doesn't lock down anything. It's just a cover, which is odd. All right, am I right about that? It's not holding down the axles. The drive cups not holding it. You know, it's not. It's preventing the belts from flying off, but it's not really holding it down. Why is this screw so long? Oops. I didn't see that hole there. That's the correct position for the fan. I didn't see that. Oh, it's pretty steep. Okay, let's go. I'm trying to avoid tilting the chassis so the tensioners don't fall out. When I say tensioners don't fall out, they're in a certain position inside the chassis, so I don't want them to fall out. Then we have to try to get them back to the right position. All right, let's see. What do we do here? So we have this twist bar, front and rear, and then the top deck. So let's do that. Pretty easy. Okay. So that's where the second screw for the shock tower comes in. Very clever. Okay, are these socket heads? Yes, they are. That's where the longer socket head screws are coming from now. So through the other hole of the shock tower, this will be in the middle. So that we'll hold that there. And this will go in from the other side. Okay. Very cool, very cool. Let's do the back. can see better. Probably easier if I did the other side first. That's definitely in the wrong position. This shock tower should be up here. It should be like that. Yep. Okay, and then this side, same thing. All right. There we go. Let's go ahead and put that top deck on. So this is the front, right? Yeah, this is the front. This is the rear, so it should go like this, or under the belt. Yes, under the belt. How does it go under the belt here? I forgot how this goes. How is this going to go under the belt here? Let's see. Like that. I am going to lose my mind if I did something wrong. Okay, so there's that. This is in the wrong place, so it's going to be like this. Okay. How is this one going to go? Okay. The belt wire was getting in the way. That's why it didn't go down. All right. Okay. Strange, but it works, I think. I don't think it's rubbing anything. Actually, it is indeed rubbing. It is rubbing. I am sure I did something wrong. Ah, I know what I did wrong. This front wheel is backwards. It should be this way. So, you know what? I'll fix that after the stream. But so 1, 2, 3. That's I guess we'll just leave it off right there then. I think that's a good spot. Today I will switch that back out. I know this side is correct, unless the belt is in the incorrect position. No, the belt is correct. The belt's correct. The rear belt is lined up. The front belt is canted. So this is wrong. I think that's the only thing that's wrong. And I think that actually can be fixed pretty easily. Let me see. I think this can still come out. We'll find out together. I'm not sure if I made the same mistake the first time. I can't remember. Like I said, this is not a beginner-friendly kit. I mean, if you haven't built something like this before, there's no way you would have got that. Yeah. Okay, now the belt is not like in a weird position. Okay, let's try to get this back down in the right slot. Take that away. Oh, I snapped that ring off again. That's what I didn't want to do. That was the last thing I wanted to do. Okay, well, that's a shame. Yeah, the way these arms are designed, I am not a fan at all. At all. Let me see if I can do this in a certain way. I wonder if they make metal rings for that, because plastic is just not it. It doesn't make sense. I mean, it's all warped. Okay, where's the other one? I mean, look at that. That could have been me pinching with the pliers. Probably was. But that's also a design flaw of these rings. I mean, they're not supposed to fall out like that. I mean, geez, which one is this? Oh, this is the front one, right? Is this the front one? No. I mean, they're not really doing anything. Yeah, it's not doing anything. They're just sitting on top. They're not even... Okay, maybe I warped these. But I think it's just a design thing. I just don't think these are... I don't think they're well designed or well made. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to try to find out if there's a metal option for this. Because these plastic rings are not it. Oof. I mean, this is like the third time I've had to fix these already. Okay, so if they don't spread open, it can't go in. But if they do spread open, they're too loose. So I think that's just a craftsmanship thing, which is a shame. Oh well, we'll just snap these on and see how long it holds on. I'm kind of disappointed. I'll be honest with you. I am kind of disappointed at the design and the craftsmanship. Okay, because that's the third time I've fixed that already. Alrighty, okay. I'm gonna try not to even touch that. I will stand up just so I don't have to press down on those. I don't remember if the Cero Sport had something similar. I don't remember dealing with something like this before. I hope there's a either extra ones I can buy or a metal hop-up option, because that's just not acceptable. I mean, they'll fly off if I ever drive this thing. Okay, let's try this again. And this one is below. Okay, I think Everything looks right now. See how smooth? I mean, I don't want to say smooth, but see how easy that moves? Okay, so now let's lock these down. Okay, 6, 5. So the two middle screws are a little bit shorter for some reason. Let's see which one those are. That's not it. So I think these two are going to be the middle ones. Yep, upper deck bolt screw. That's going to be right here. And where's the other one here? Where's the other screw hole? This one should be this first hole. Does that really go into anything? Yeah, okay. Okay, so 4 up front. So I need 6 screws. So it looks like I used 2 wrong screws somewhere. And I guess we'll find out. Oh God, I thought it broke again. Oh, geez. I skipped like the whole thing. Yes. Oh my goodness. I completely skipped this page. Oh well. Oh, that's going to be bad. I guess we'll work on that tomorrow. Kind of building this thing backwards, but that's what happens. I would say this is like an above average number of mistakes that I've made on this kit so far, and I don't know if that's due to me or the kit or the manual or, you know, maybe a little bit of everything. But there's no reason I should have skipped this entire page. That's a big whoops. Let's see. I should be able to still do it though. It's only 11:20. Let's see if I can do these really quick. I'm starting to feel not well already. Okay. Since I am not feeling well already, I think I'm going to call it here. And then we'll catch up with kind of doing it backwards, but looks like I can snap these on without having to take it all apart again. And then we'll start on bag 5 tomorrow, the upper arms. Oh no, this is the front and rear knuckles. So, no surprise I couldn't finish this kit in one sitting. I went to the manual beforehand, and I didn't think I could, but that's okay. We have tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be in the afternoon, probably around 1 o'clock. I may not schedule it yet just because I don't know when I'll be able to sit down tomorrow. But as soon as I do know, I will schedule the stream, and then we'll go from there. Okay? So for today, thanks for watching. Made some mistakes, not a big deal, completely fixable. And we'll catch up on it tomorrow. Thank you, guys.